Oh, hey, y'all. Okay, well, I get to restart that one. I was doing part two, but it cut me out. Okay, so back to Otto Mcline there. Okay, to recap there, he was helping out his parents. He didn't get along with people too much. He didn't see the point of friends, but he did become ultimate bros with Kate. He didn't keep in talk with Rostro so much. Okay, now to the point of Otto's life. I had a lot better the first time. Okay, one thing, Otto is now a kendo instructor for most of the things after he was 18 there. He had three major students. One girl that was really easy to teach. She picked up things quickly and he absolutely adored her. Well, in a sense that, thought of her as being an excellent kid. That's all that stuff. Then he had one hothead student that was a boy right there. He was really quick to dodge things, but he couldn't really take hits to the shins or anything like that. It was hard to keep his temper down. And then the eldest boy there, he was awesome. He was calm. He was cool, calm, and collected. He would keep his ideas simple, sweet, to the point. And yeah, that'll sum up the Kendo part of it. I don't really. Again, he taught Kendo for multiple years up to about he was like 28. Then he did some other things there. I won't mention that. Otto also was a chemistry teacher. And oh my gosh, I stay where you need to stay. Otto was a chemistry teacher and a physics teacher. He would teach physics in college a little bit. Chemistry he would do both in college and in high school. He was a professor. He got that within a few years there. Again, he was a genius. That being said, he was also a major show off, so he didn't get everything he wanted. Sometimes he just got slap of reality in his face. But there was this one girl in one of his classes. I do want to mention her because she is relevant to another point of his life. Okay, it was Anna Lynn. I don't know why I mentioned her name. Actually, it's a good mention her name. And she was in one of his high school classes, and a few years later, she was in one of his college classes, like way later in life as well. He was in his 40s when he was teaching the college class that she was in. I should mention that it's like 20 years later after he's been teaching, so he's no longer a scrub or wet under the collar. He has his experience. But one day she was very ill, and Annalyn looked up to him, all that stuff, and thought he was pretty cool, cute, and whatnot. Well, I shouldn't say cute. Annalyn was, yeah. But one day she was very ill. Otto cured her illness and brought her back to her house that was like way back in the mountains right there. Learned that she owned her own business. And Annalyn wanted to thank him. And yeah, thanked, oh my gosh. They got along, did a lot of stuff. They hanged out here and there. And of course, they had to get relief somehow. So somehow, a few times they got together just to enjoy each other's company. Now, when Otto's back at home, though, back to his 20s, I just wanted to get back to that point so I don't forget it. Otto back to his 20s right there. When he's teaching his chemistry class and all that, he would get back home, help his parents with their work. One day he was figuring out his watch, like I said, my gosh, 28, he finalized his watch, got the containment unit on it, then some spikes went into his arm. He linked that to an outside world that he was working on. He couldn't really figure out how to get there himself, but he could link memories and other stuff to it. It was like a pocket dimension he was sending it to, essentially. Not really sustainable for life, but enough to watch other things go around, hold stuff in place. The watch also had the capabilities of retaining people's active or suppressed memories just by touching them. Yeah, so that's the main part. The watch was a major thing. His dad helped him work on it. Again, his dad's a clockmaker. His dad loves working with gizmos and gadgets. He made little toys occasionally that would just hop around, move everywhere. That was pretty smart, of course. Dad is the one that encouraged him to get into the medicine field and all that stuff. So when Otto's not teaching his classes, he is trying to still get his medicines out there. He sells his medicines to get extra medicine for, oh my gosh, just get it out there. But he does get a lot of money for it from offers and stuff. He doesn't really care about money, but when he gets his money, he helps out his bro Civ Cade with stuff that he needs. Cade occasionally goes into his kendo classes, cheers him on, and just they talk up there. Cade calls him effer, just leave out there. Don't want to cuss too much on YouTube, and then Otto will go back to him, just call him fatty. They're bros. They're good. They both love their food. They both love their animals. They are pretty cool. Yeah. Otto didn't keep intact with Roscoe too much, but he was still keeping intact, keeping in touch with him. Occasionally, Roscoe was a bit down, and Otto would give him sometimes words of encouragement, but not too often. Give him money and stuff like that. He was impressed that Roscoe was working on writing, drawing, and other stuff like that. He was also with the kid there. He was happy to help him get along, get his own place when he needed extra money, and Cade did all these type jobs. Cade was a hard worker. He would get things done when they needed to get done. Later on, Otto did own his own shop per se. Oh my gosh, I really need to stop saying, yeah. Cade had his own little shop. Correction, Otto owned his little shop that he hired Cade to do some extra work with, like get a forklift to move things in there, create an electric grid. He helped Cade get an engineering degree. Well, Cade did all the work getting an engineering degree. All Otto did was refer him to a school. It was the same college that he was teaching at, so yeah. He got in there pretty easily too, since Cade is a pretty hard worker. He always has to prove himself and get himself out there. Otto was always proud to have him as a friend. Oh, Otto being a show off though did get a real slap of reality here and there. Otto's little shop was just him selling his medicines outside from his home, selling backup watches, memory boards, and containment units like the one on his watch. He figured out how to shrink clothes into like legitimately quarter-sized things, like full set of clothes in there, and save it into the watch that was like legitimately size of a regular watch. So people could walk around with like 3 backup pairs of clothes just on their wrist, and he sold those for fairly cheap, but they were selling like crazy. His dad helped him make a lot. I don't know. Oh, I should also mention at this time, Charisse was helping him and his parents in a way. Charisse gifted them plants that were unique to DNA splicing, and some you could grow in near absolute zero or near absolute no gravity or intense gravity situations. So dire situations these plants could grow. All they essentially needed was some carbon monoxide or dioxide. They could do either or. They could grow off of pollution that's hanging around or someone just breathing on them. So they're pretty good. They needed next to no light, next to hardly any soil. Yeah, they're pretty efficient plants. The mom was actually the one who figured out how to get them into a smaller means, and then Otto went off her blueprints and then figured out how to get them into a fabric type material, reverse engineer that back into the plants themselves, and he was layering the life support suit with these microorganic plants in them now, providing oxygen and a little bit of food, and these plants could actually provide a little bit of H2O. They would transfer they would cleanse your sweat and process it back into that or other fluids, and or your carbon dioxide that you breathe out into actual sustainable fuels for your body. At this point, though, Otto was trying to get complete in his life, get things situated. He never did. He had his own place, but he would always visit his parents pretty often and help them out. He had a lab at their place as well, one upstairs, one in the basement. That pretty much will sum up most of his adult life. I will finish it up with another video right before he goes to Flursick, but peace out for now. You all have a wonderful life. Good luck to you all. Peace.